Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, take flight in the Airbus A320neo on the flights from here in Berlin Brandenburg to Innsbruck. Yes, Innsbruck, Austria. So, flight time's about an hour or so. Should be quite a challenging flight. Got a slightly wet departure, potentially slightly cloudy approach into Innsbruck as well. So, definitely a bit of a challenge on our hands. But for the most part, it should be a simple flight. It's an aircraft we've flown plenty of times before the A320, and so for the most part, I think it should be a pretty straightforward trip indeed. As time goes on, as we go into the flight, I'll try and see what the self-stand approach into Innsbruck is like, so runway 08 side. But until then, let's jump to the cockpit, set the aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for our flights today. So, first things first, we'll activate the batteries. So our power comes on, set the 3 ADAs to nav. Welcome Drawyah, welcome Donut, sorry, I want to say hello to myself. Welcome Donut, welcome Morgan, how you doing? Welcome to Channel's chat. Turn off the anti-ice for now, I don't need it just yet. Did I not watch Copilot mod in the end? No, I did not. Let me quickly get that open in the background. Right, cruise supply comes on, arm the emergency lights, set the strobe to automatic, and set the nav lights to on. No smoking comes on, seatbelts not just yet, wait for the aircraft to fuel up first. With that, let's get the aircraft, well, first and first, let's have it all loaded up, so import our flights from that. Doesn't seem to be working the Copilot mod right now. Ah, hang on. No, thank you. There we go. Perfect. Right, so let's get going. So we're going to import the flight from SimBrief, Berlin to Lowy. We'll head over to dispatch and we'll head over to the operational flight plan. The numbers we need to remember is our cruising altitude of 300 and a cost of next 28, 300 and 28. Right, let's get plugging in. So go to the FMS, go to initialization, departing from Echo Delta Delta Bravo to Lima Oscar Whiskey India. Input that. We'll get the flight number put down now. So our flight number today is U25745. We'll start on our RS, that'll take a couple of minutes. Our cost next, 28. Cruising altitude, 300. So that's all set. We do actually need to, we're going from east to west. Technically it needs to be an odd number cruise. So I'll probably just end up doing 290 straight away, to be fair. We have got tower on departure as well, so we're speaking to tower, speed to approach and departure on layout. But that's all set. We will start the fueling process, that'll take a couple of minutes as well. So head over to what fuel required is 6187 kilos. 6187. Okay, so actually we've got a bit of fuel the aircraft already, so we'll do that. Set the fuel to exactly how we need it. That's fine, that's fine. Back to the dispatch page, back to flight plan. Your Turkish 389, you'll see from okay, good to see you, Atar. We'll definitely keep an eye out for you on the flight today. That is good indeed. Right, block fuel is 6.18, so it'll be 6.2. Plug that in, and now go to flight plan. But before we do that, let's start our passenger boarding, shall we? So we'll start the flights on PACX. It's been updated recently, PACX, so now on version 1.0.3.12, something like that. So a few new features, a few new updates and all that. But definitely getting better to add on. I do quite like the so now updated their integration with the A320neo, and now the seatbelt sign's a bit more kind of naturally built into the aircraft, so that's all pretty good. Departure being approximately, so on the hour, 25 minutes. A320neo with 147 people on board. 147. No Wi-Fi, no entertainment, no boarding music. We have got a safe briefing for easyJet. I do quite like it, so we'll be using that. Do get snacks. We don't get meal service, and that. Let's start the boarding process, shall we? Yes, AvGeek, when the when the A380 comes out, it's the A380 from Drawyah, I will 100% be doing that flights. There's the Lufthansa 320 left hand side there. Now we're going to Innsbruck, so keep an eye on that for traffic. Just plug in our waypoints, and then we'll get our weather sorted out, and then contact the tower for departure. So our first waypoint is Kilo Lima Foxtrot, KLF. From that, we fly direct to Atskup. And then we have Pogab. before flying the Zulu 36 to Marem. Followed by directs to Baltu. So insert that, scroll down, plug in Baltu. Then it's directs to Rudap. Insert that. Then we fly the Papa 3-1. So Rudap's Papa 3-1. And that takes us to Docel. In which we fly the Mike 736 to our final waypoint of Tulsi. So Tulsi goes in, and that is our flight plan completes. Insert that. Once the IRS is aligned, do a quick double check of the flight plan on our ND there, so have a look. One Vor Approach, so we're going to look at the runway 08 circle to land today, so we'll have a look at that on our trip. Not too bad, Tom, not too bad. Can we fly to 787? We flew it last Friday, Elias, literally less than a week ago. Last flew to 787, flew from Boston to Heathrow, and that's... There's a 2 787 to our hand side, so it's getting a bit busy now here at Berlin. There's a few aircraft, there's a bit of traffic, so yeah. And the Airbus, yeah, no, I think that's 21, the time's up. Yes, let's go through 21. We've got 320 next to us, got ourselves, and to our right, so we've got a 787 in Tom's colours. So, a few aircraft dotted around from the terminal, all looking very good indeed. We are using the Aerosoft Berlin scenery, so since it updates recently, it's much better than its initial release. The details getting there now, not quite perfect, but compared to its initial release, it's going in the right direction. So, fair play to Aerosoft, they are doing what we wanted to do to add on, basically. We are finally getting a very detailed Berlin Brandenburg airport. Right, so that's all set up. We'll plug in our departure through there. Sorry, listen to the weather. So go to the menu, go to Atsu. We're going to go to the SE menu, weather request, and send. While we do that, we're going to listen to the ATIS departure. Getting a phone call. Give me 2 seconds.
Winds 320 at 7 knots. Few clouds at 400 feet. Dew point 1 temperature meter 1007. 4 degrees Celsius. 3 degrees Celsius. Broken layer at 800 feet. Winds 320 at 7 knots. Few clouds at 400 feet. Dew point 1 temperature meter 1007.
I'm not sure, it kind of corrupts. It gets about halfway through the message and it corrupts. But, yeah, temperature is 14 degrees centigrade, dew point 13, temperature 1007, light rain, and that is information. Forget that popped up. Information. That's Bremen, sorry. Lima. Information Lima today. So, that's all set. Plug on departure as expected, so go back, received, send print. Like I said, the weather at Innsbruck today, definitely something we need to look at quite closely. Right, so expecting departure runway 25 lefts. 07 lefts even, 07, sorry, no, 25 lefts on the Kilo Lima Foxtrot to X-ray. 25 right. Well, we'll get tower sorted out. So we're tuned to tower frequency of 1. 2 seconds. Find that now. Berlin Tower. There's no ground, so yeah. 120030. Tune that. So it's information. Go back to that. Information. Lima, where it stands 13. Cool. Hello there, Berlin Tower. This is easyJet with information Lima at stand 13, requesting IFR clearance to Innsbruck.
5745 Berlin Tower, good evening. Information Lima is correct. Start approved. Cleared to destination Innsbruck via the Luros 1 November departure out of runway 25 left. Initial climb 5,000 feet. Squawk 6412.
Easy 5745 is cleared to destination Innsbruck via the Via the Luros 1 November departure, runway 25 left. Initial climb 5,000 feet, squawking 6412.
Easy 5745, read that correct. Call me when you're ready for push.
So Luros 1 November departure set, 25 left, that's all set. Inside that, I'll come back ready to push. We'll plug in our performance now.
For radio check.
Go back to flight plan.
389, radio 5.
So we've got the altitude sets, that's all good, right. So, delete the user point, since user points always cause problems for us. Insert that. Go to performance, plug in our set speeds number, so flaps 1 for takeoff, flex temp is 72. With our takeoff speeds as follows: 123, 124, and 128. Transition altitude to 6,000. And that is everything done. So our aircraft's now set up, and we're ready for push and start on this side of things. Make sure the brightness is all set up, we'll greet the passengers, and then we'll, probably should be ready to depart soon. So, activate the APU. Turn up the brightness for everything. No need for flight lighting. Put a little bit of integrated lighting on since we are actually flying in a bit of dark today, so increase that. Seatbelts come on. That should be linked to the aircraft now. Yes, perfect. So if I do it off, turns off here, on here, comes on here. Love the integration now, the flyby with PACX. Very, very good indeed. Absolutely in love with this aircraft, I really am. Right, so that's all set. Speeds, headings, that doesn't matter to us. Altitude 5,000 sets our initial climb. Flight directors on and on. And we are now, we're in pre-flight, so actually passengers have boarded now. 6412 sets on the transponder. 6412, set you to Tara, and the predictive wind shear comes on. Lock cockpit door, and I think now ready for push and start. So, quick final check, APU, fuel pumps as well, can't forget those. APU is available, APU bleed comes on. Give it a few seconds to power to the aircraft systems, will then kill the external power. Thank you, Ari. Thank you very much. Happy birthday for Sunday there. It was an interesting stream on Sunday. It was a very interesting stream. How can you join us, ORBX? You can join us via the IVAO network. So flying from Berlin to Innsbruck today, you do get a few stragglers on these streams, so a few people who also fly the same routes. And yeah, it does make for a bit of flight. Make a bit of flying, good bit of traffic. Makes things a bit busier, so certainly something to enjoy. This isn't Guy Simulations Berlin, Colin. This is Aerosoft Berlin. Guy Sim did the Berlin Tegel scenery, which is a different airport entirely. Right. Check, so we're still refueling, are we? Surely not. Yeah, completed. Fair enough. So thumb fueling, seatbelts no smoking set, parking brake set, APU is active. Only doors open to the cabin door, which is fine. Yep, I'm happy the aircraft set up now, so we'll request the pushback and then we'll get ourselves on our way, shall we? Easy 5475 is ready for push and start.
Easy 5745, pushback approved, facing south onto Victor 2.
Push and start approved, pushing facing south on Victor 2 for Easy 5475. So pushing on to Victor 2, if we get our ground charts up and running. Make sure I've got everything in the right place. Victor 2 is the one that's closest to me, and therefore I need to push back too far. Let's let up PushbackZoomer now. And so connects to the pushback tug. Ground from flights deck. Request pushback.
Pushback request confirmed.
Ah, sick Nick, welcome back, dude. Welcome back. How you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to the chats. Hope you're keeping well. There's our jet bridge now pushing back while the tug moves into position. It's going to be a good flight, this. It's going to be a good flight.
larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross check.
Ground from FlightStack.
Easy 5745.
All doors closed and checks completed.
Cancelled.
So release
wait
brakes.
about 1 minute. So the Lufthansa can push first and you can push them in front of it.
A firm, pushback clearance cancelled. We'll wait a minute for the Lufthansa to push to our side, that's no problem. Okay, so I'm told to hold here for a little bit longer. It's not too much of a problem. Means we've got a bit more of the, well, means to get more time to prepare, I guess. Yes, Colin, I've had no issue with the frame rates at this airport. It's not sure I've had yet so far. Yeah, no worries, Retro. How you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. No worries if you can't watch us live because of the timing, but at the end of the day, I do appreciate the watches, so thank you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Alexander from the Caribbean Islands. How you doing, man? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. You would have joined, but you're doing a long haul from Amsterdam to... Where's that? Charlie Papa Tango. I'm not sure of that airport. Either trying heavy division. Yeah, no worries, dude. Have a good flight. Have a good flight. So, we're waiting for the push back from Lufthansa to our left-hand side there. So we're going to push back now. And then we'll also do our own push facing to the south. And there's also that tap. Is it tap? Sorry, no. The TUI gate over there. Also got a bit more wary of his positioning. But apart from that, everything else is pretty much standard for us today. Yeah, slight bit of shaking there. That's just down to the fact that the what's it called that? The tug's now connected, and therefore the aircraft's physics are a little bit janky there. They're pushing, that's fine. Cape Town is it? Cape Town, Taipei, Taiyuan. I'm not quite sure you're going for Kai Cuts there. Taipei, have a good flight, dude. Did we do that? Is that the airport we flew through? Because I know there's two airports in Taipei. There's the main one, and there's the, yeah, presumably you're on the main one, because that's when we did from Taipei to Hong Kong Kai-Tak.
Condor 1692, are you able for interception Mike 7?
Affirmative, Mike 7 is
yes, Ali, you're talking about the Salty 747. I do have it. It's a very, very good aircraft. It's probably what our next long haul in, actually. Our next long haul will be the 747.
Victor Mike, over to Victor
no, Chris, it's not a freeway airport. This is the Aerosoft, Berlin.
Echo, Victor 2, Mike 7.
No, actually, Paul, this is IVAO, not that sim. Graphics, KSS, I've done a video on my graphics.
Via Victor 2, Victor Mike, Victor 1, Echo, Victor 2, Mike 7, Condor 1692.
Turkish 39 requesting for IFR clearance to Istanbul. I would also like you to text the information so I don't miss any spaces. Thank you.
Oh yeah, very confident against Arsenal, YJD. Very confident against Arsenal.
Please check your flight plan.
Alright, so we're just waiting now for the clearance to be given. That shouldn't take us too long now. And as soon as we get clearance, we'll then make our way out of here. AT's live, yes, Retro.
Easy 5745, is this space behind you enough for you for your pushback?
A firm, plenty of space behind us, that's no problem.
Perfect, Easy 5745, pushback approved, facing south onto Victor 2.
Easy 5745, position start approved onto Victor 2 facing south, thank you very much. Right, ground from FlightStack. Brakes released.
Okay, pushback begins.
This is Turkish 389. We resent our flight plan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration.
Turkish 389er. Looks perfect. Give
Turn
me 1
facing
second, I'll
south.
call you for
Cleared to
clearance.
start. We'll turn by 90 degrees and
Alright,
bring
thank
you
you.
on a southern course.
Showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2
Slightly missed the line there. Oh well, we can work with that.
and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit.
Turkish 389er ready for clearance.
May be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on.
Alright.
Stop pushback.
Right. Turkish.
Stop pushback.
389er. Information Lima is current. Start approved.
Stop pushback.
Clear to your destination via the Aerosoft.
That's fine,
1
put it the
November
old-fashioned way.
departure out of runway.
Right, so finish our pushback tug here. There we
Initial
go.
climb 5,000 feet. Squawk
Wait for
1,000.
engine 2 to stabilise and let's start engine 1. Test controls, load of flaps. We'll get the co-pilot to do all the hard work for us today.
Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the
There we
tapes
go, engine
around your
2
waist.
now available. Engine 1 starts. Switch over to the flight controls
Alright, all
page.
set clear.
Not inflated inside the aircraft.
Test controls.
Turkish
So co-pilot will do
389er.
that for us.
Information Lima
We'll
is current.
let do that,
Start
get those
approved.
flaps,
Clear to
turn
your
on
destination via
turn on the
Aerosoft.
anti-ice, and then
1
request
November
our taxi
departure out of
intentions.
runway 25 left. Initial climb 5,000 feet. Squawk 1,000.
Inflator must now be stowed. Armrest down. Window blinds open. And seat
Perfect.
belts fastened. We wish you
Flaps position 1.
easyJet.
Flaps to 1.
Anti-ice on. Confirm that anti-ice is now set. Perfect. Engine 1. As soon as that comes online, we'll then turn off the APU
Condor
and then
1692 ready
taxi
for
to
departure.
runway.
Affirmative, yeah, ready for departure, runway 25 left.
Condor 1692.
Yeah, WJFK's good
wind 3200 degrees, 7 knots,
Atlantic flight
runway
crossings.
25
It's too
left,
close to
clear for
stations,
takeoff,
or even
report
Boston.
passing
Boston's a bit
2000.
closer as well. You said good hour on that flight.
Captain cleared for takeoff, runway 25 left, and report when we are passing 2,000 feet.
There we
Chronometric
go.
standard
18. Alright, little ball. APU off. Engine ignition off.
This is Turkish 389 requesting
And
for pushback.
that is all of that. Perfect.
Turkish 389, please give me a readback on the clearance.
Version 8 have we're using the latest dev version.
Can you
The
please
latest
give me a
dev
readback
version.
on your clearance, please?
Give him a second. If he doesn't answer, we'll go straight in.
I have squawked 1,000 and we are climbing 5,000 feet. And let me see the runway. 1 second.
We'll give him a second. Don't you worry.
We are taking off from runway 25 left.
I do fly the 321 Alpha. Just haven't done a few flights with it recently, but we do fly the 321. Yes. We'll do a flight soon with it. If you want more 321, let me know and I'll do more 321 in the future. If you want more 321, just say so.
Alright.
Easy 5745 is ready to taxi.
Easy 5745, are you able for interception Mike 7?
Mike 7. Easy 5475, we can do a Mike 7 departure.
Perfect. Easy 5745, taxi to holding point, runway 25 left via Victor 2, Mike 7.
Taxi to holding point 25 left via Victor 2, Mike 7 for Easy 5745, correction. Taxi lights on.
Taxi lights.
Turkish
Parking brake
389,
off.
pushback approved. Facing...
Right, let's go to the runway, shall we?
Alright.
Gotta say, with the, well, the world as grim as it is right now,
Clear for pushback.
those taxi lights are very, very bright, so I do like that.
389er, yes, affirmative, that was the pushback clearance.
Yes, we can hear you
Facing
Turkish
east.
because you're getting all the terminology wrong right now, I must admit. Practice, keep practicing, you will get there, don't you worry.
If you require additional
We all do start from somewhere, my friend. Right, brakes max, cabin check, do a pre-takeoff checklist now. We'll arm the spoilers, and we'll do our takeoff config test. With that, our pre-takeoff checklist is now complete. Make a right onto Mike 7, which is just in front of us here.
Contact Bremen radar on 119.630. Have a nice flight, bye-bye.
Bremen radar 119.630, thanks for your service and bye-bye, contact Canada 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Tower right now is a superstar. Very, very patient. Yeah, he's an absolute superstar today. I do like this guy. Very, very good indeed. Cabin crew, seats for departure please. Seats for departure.
Runway 25 left, line up and wait.
Oh boy. Line up and wait, easy 5745. So that aircraft just there is departed. As soon as he's essentially clear of our airspace, we'll then begin our own takeoff clearance. Landing lights on.
Landing lights on.
Set the transponder to auto. Now Tower can spot us on the radar. Hold position, and as soon as we can take off clearance, we'll make our own way out. To redo the auto brake, that's no problem. I'll do that as soon as we're stationary. Perfect. Is it because we're holding the brakes? Fair enough. So we'll do the brakes in a second. And as soon as we release the foot brakes, we'll then make our way out. It's just in case of pressing one button, it's not really a big delay. Oh yes, like I said, we'll have a look at the A321 soon. You are right, it has been a little while since last flew it, so definitely an aircraft worth getting an update for very shortly. Welcome Kendall, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are you today? How are you doing?
5745, wind 320 degrees, 7 knots, runway 25 left, cleared for takeoff. Rebolden passing 2,000 feet.
Clear for takeoff, easy 5745, we'll report at 2,000. Right, just up 40. 1 and 2 are stable. Up to flex. knots, 100 knots, and V1 rotates. Positive right, gear up. Now leaving Berlin, pitch down to 10 degrees. Autopilot on.
That's all.
Make sure our heading is set to follow. Altitude set to 5,000. Throttle reduced to climb. Flaps up. Spoilers reset. Easy 5475 passing 2,000.
Easy 5745, contact Bremen radar on 119.630. Have a nice flight to you, bye bye.
Bremen on 119.630 for easy 5745. Thank you very much, take care and goodbye. I like that guy, I do like him. We'll now tune to tower, so, sorry, tune to frequency, so 119.630. Nice and easy for us today. Give you a second to connect, there we go. Make sure no one's chatting.
Minor to contact Bremen on 125.025. Bremen radar 125.025. Thanks for the service and bye-bye. Contact Canada.
Hello there Bremen, this is easy 5745 at 5,000 holding 5,000. Departs from Berlin.
Easy 5745, identified flight level 160.
Climb flight level 160 for easy 5745. Set altitude flights level 160. So get co-pilot that for us, thank you very much. Continue our climb, speed hold to 250 as we blow 10,000. Anti-ice, I'm hoping is doing the job right now because the weather outside, I can imagine, no anti-ice, this aircraft's a popsicle, so that's very good indeed. When I fly to Caribbean, don't we, Alexander? I've got a flight planned soon.
5745, proceed direct Mare, Mike, Alpha, Romeo, Eco Mike.
Proceed direct to Marem for easy 5745. Right, so clear that. Go down to Marem, take that as our next waypoint. So that's that, and insert direct. Now, hopefully it's not going to do that. We'll give it a few seconds. Sometimes it just takes seconds to update, and that's why the waypoints will disappear. There, got it. It just disappears for a few seconds, and that's the most painful few seconds of your life. I love this aircraft, but my worst does it give you a heart attack sometimes. Very nice cloud on the way out. Very nice cloud indeed. Can't wait to see that above the layout. Yes, can't wait to turn off the IC next update. That would be a big thing as well. Landing lights off. So it's off landing lights now. Speed increases, and we'll continue our climb out now to, well, currently set to 16,000. They may give us 30,000, but 29 seems to be our kind of level set for our trip today. We're flying through 30 which version. I do use a slightly older version of the A320neo AFGeek, which I've got saved locally, as the latest is a bit funny. That's for me, 134. Could you repeat frequency, sorry, for easy 5745?
Easy 5745, contact Munich radar on 134.015.
134.015. 134.015 for easy 5745. Thank you very much, and take care, goodbye. Perfect. So contact Munich now. So 134.150. Get a few seconds to connect. Make sure no one's chatting. If it's free, we'll then make ourselves known. Also, turn it bright slightly on that displays. A little bit dim right there. A little bit dim.
Those guys, 130 Kilo, München radar contact, hello. Hamburg Air 011, Unicom 22, tschüss.
It's Unicom, Hamburg Air 011, danke, tschüss.
Yes, Helicom this summer. Very excited for that. I mean, sim runs. Berlin there, go back.
Langen on 127.050, thank you, goodbye.
Okay, we've lost we've lost drone cam, we left it behind. How do you reset this thing again? There's a reset button. Hello there, Munich Centre. This is easy 5745 inbounds to Marem at 5160. Okay, we've lost drone cam.
5745 München radar contact, hello. Climb level 300.
Climb to level 300 for easy 5745. Thank you very much. Set altitude flights level 300. So set out to 30,000 now. We are given the full 30,000. I can imagine I'll just send us down to 5,000 later on. I'm sure it is 5 numpad, but I press it doesn't do anything unless numpad needs to be off. Nope, that is broken. Okay, there's no drone cam, so it'll be very awkward for the replays today. Apart from that, everything else is alright. Why is that not working? I'll look at settings later. So, continue our climb out. Oh yeah, the giveaway thing's going to say, isn't it? And get rid of Nightbots. Bad Nightbots. Shouldn't be saying giveaway stuff. There's no giveaway today. Yes, there's no giveaway today. The giveaway is the last stream, which people, I'm afraid, kind of ruined. So, sorry, I'm not going to reward, well, whatever that was last time. Right, so continue our climb out, pass through 18,000 now, flight level 180. Not too far from cruise now, and as you can see, not super far this destination either, Innsbruck. We have got runway 08 on the planning, so it looks like we'll have that circle to land approach later on, but for now, we'll focus on the trip itself. There is a controller over Innsbruck. It's currently looking at...
895 radar contact is lost.
895 will check connection.
Oh, someone's lost their connection there. Whoops. Where is it? Innsbruck. Austria. There you go. So, yeah, currently under Munich. It's on Munich radar apparently. Different part Munich, so we're currently up here. We've got Mission Radar 13450, which does cover the Innsbruck area, so there is a good chance we will be taking to controller on the Vor Approach today. The only bit we don't speak to ATC is kind of just in this little bit of a purgatory here over Czech Republic. Czech Republic Centre is currently offline, so we will have Unicom today, but only for a very short period until the rest of our flights. So how do I get drone cam back? Whoops, that's why it's not working. There we go. Also get it back on again. So what was there, it was set to aircraft control mode. So now that it's set, there we go, drone cam's back. Perfect. Flight been nicely, car goes out to the Turkish down the ground. Yeah, like I say, he's on chat right now, stream, he is watching. As I say, a bit of practice and you'll definitely get somewhere, don't you worry. So I've got a bit of a high altitude cloud company coming up. For now, the scenery again is fantastic. The clouds, especially on the round side there, the way it kind of, well, it's a wall of cloud there, up to high level, low level. It's such a beautiful sim, this. I do like it. How do you use drone cam? I'm using an Xbox controller for this. I use an Xbox controller for drone cam. I'd say it's the recommended way. Whoops, recommended way to use it. Passing through altitude now of 25,000, level 250. Graphics card, Frankie, I'm using a GTX 1660 right now. A GTX 1660. Welcome Raphael from Greece, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. So I'm going to fill in the application to get onto the WebEye as a real flight. Hope to see you about soon. What do you mean by application to get on WebEye, Greenleaf? Not quite sure what I mean by that. Because the WebEye is a link to IVAO, so if you use the IVAO network, then you appear on the WebEye. I'm not quite sure what I mean by link to real life. Your dev A320neo to A320neo LNAV is bugged and crashed just now on me. Not sure about that, Garlic. Check your updates, make sure it's all updated fully. Welcome, Kevin, how you doing? Welcome to Channel Chat. How are you today? How are you? So your Lufthansa 201 Buster, very good. I am keeping an eye on the map there. You are just behind me. There's a good chance we'll see each other on landing today. The Turkish looks like he has pushed back now. He's making way to the runway, so he'll be passing very shortly. And there's a chance we'll hear his voice as well as we hit towards the end of our airspace set. With these deliveries, do you have issues with autopilot? Not at all, Stuart. Not at all. I mean, I'm using easyJet right now, and our autopilot, last I checked, is running perfect at the moment. So holding steady climb, 2,000 feet per minute up to flight level 300. Holding speed well as well. I've got no problem with autopilot this time. There was an application about...
Data Mike Delta, contact München, 123.905.
Not us. There was a video about filling an application to upload it to the channel. I think you're wrong there, Greenie, I'm afraid. I do think you're a bit wrong there. So I'm not quite sure what you mean by linking a real life flight to it. At the end of the day, to appear on the IVAO WebEye, you either have to be... Whoops, go away. You either have to be an aeroplane, in this case there's my one, EZ5745, or a tower of some sort, so controller, approaches, sensors, that kind of stuff. That's it on the map, you have to be on the IVAO network, not a real life flight.
275, when ready, descend level 110 to reach Lando latest level.
So we're now reaching our cruising altitude 300, aircraft will level off very shortly. Don't know which is buy what you can kind of fit, Flight Sim 2020. Don't buy something too big that you can't fit. Buy what you can support, basically. Yes, my Mitch's up, sorry. Yes, we are flying the Flyby A320 there. We're flying the dev version of the A320neo. So yes, we are using the modded version. It's a very, very good aircraft, very detailed. I do love what they've done to the sim. So in terms of the weather on arrival today, okay, so yeah, it's plus 10 visibility, but it's cloudy. Got a few clouds at 1,500, scattered at 3,000, broken at 4,500. So I'm assessing quite a blind approach today. Whether or not we can do the visual circle to land really depends on how that cloud base sits, because the visual starts at about 9,000 for looping around. So yeah, that's something we'll have to look. How to get playing onto IVAO? By using the IVAO network, Greenleaf. By using the IVAO clients to fly on Flight Sim. You could use Microsoft Flight Sim, FSX, P3D, or X-Plane 11, or X-Plane 10, or 2004 even. But yeah, so you need to use the IVAO clients to go onto the IVAO map. It's an ATC network, similar to that sim, but a bit more European based. Through from East Gibraltar, very nice. How do you find the approach there? It's quite a challenging approach into Gibraltar, but a very, very rewarding one if you can do it right. Let's have a look at our passengers today. We've not looked at our itinerary yet. Let's see. Any famous names, any people, anyone we may be able to recognise. This is the bit to have a look. I mean, to be fair, in terms of German names, we've got quite a few of those today. I may spot maybe a footballer, but apart from that, my German isn't particularly high. You've got two Schneiders, probably husband and wife there, Tom and probably brothers there, Tom and Matthias. One for business, one for leisure. Yeah, they're brothers. Who else we got? I mean, that's about it really. There's nobody else I particularly recognise. Maybe someone in chats will know someone. Maybe someone in chats will spot a name. But for me, nobody in this aircraft. 147 passengers. So far so good. Can you send you a link? I'd like to test it for the first time. I've done a tutorial on it, Greenleaf. Just search Drawyah IVAO to YouTube or on Google. And it's one of the first things you'll find up. In tutorial, go into the full detail about how to set it all up, so I do recommend watching it if you're doing it for the first time. Passengers called PACX. Savage, TFDi designed PACX. Welcome, Jared. How are you doing? Welcome to Chat. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Conflict into Madeira. It was terrible. Tried to float it. It was very hard. Ran out of runway. I had to down. Gosh. Yeah, Madeira's quite a short runway as well, so definitely a runway need to get going with. Halter. Yes. What about it, Greenleaf? Halter. So far so good, Morgan. So far so good. Worked in the morning. Got home about 3, half 3ish, and then yeah. Pretty much had a rest and set up stream today. Some high altitude clouds flying today. Oh my gosh, the kind of explains black contrails there. I did you right. I literally said hello to you. I literally said hello to you. Pay attention. So we've got. Ooh, hang on.
EV5745, connect Prague radar 127.125. Goodbye.
127, 125 for easy 5745. Thank you very much, take care, and goodbye. So, Prague Centre, I saw about Czech Republic not being online. They have just come online there 1 minute ago. 127, 125. Hopefully it's not going to be too overcrowded. 127, 125. I work in the railways, Kai. I work in the railways.
Bird 071, München, radar contact, hello.
So tune to frequency. It'll give you a few seconds to connect, since there will usually be a bit of a delay, especially for a new logging controller. There's always a slight delay between, yeah, connecting and getting. Ooh, good point there. Speed break. QNH not set. Thanks for that. So actually, we are slightly above flight level 300. Ever so slightly above. We'll get the aircraft to slowly change that. Right, how many issues connected? Well, so again, it's a new frequency, so let's give it a few seconds. 127. Hang on. Okay, we'll go to Unicom temporarily. I'll keep it on that frequency. So they're disconnected for now. I'm sure they'll be back again as they slowly bring things back. Yeah, so they're pretty similar, Zero. Just one's more European focused, IVAO, while VATSIM a lot more US focused. No, Patriot, this is IVAO. Read the description, people. This is IVAO, not VATSIM. Alright, so the aircraft slowly readjusting altitude there. Slowly descend back down to 20,000. Sorry, 30,000. 30,000. Direction, looking at 08 right now, but I'm not quite sure what kind of approach we've got planned at the moment. It's 08 via the via the Tools 3 Alpha. But that we'll have a look at later on. So we're currently on Unicom temporarily, just watching that Prague Centre. See if they return or not. After that, they have Munich Centre on 134150, and that's fly directly overhead Munich, so that'd be a bit of a busy crossing. Making our arrival into Innsbruck. If I re-import my flight plan slightly, so add a flight plan, import from IVAO. Munich is, by the way, the alternative. So if for some reason we can't make it to Munich, so we can't make it to Innsbruck, then Munich is our alternative airport. It'll be too cloudy for seeing the aircraft, but there will be quite a bit of traffic down below if we do, or when we do, fly past. We've hit Marem, so yeah, avoided all of that. It's a bit of a shortcut from the aircraft, which is very good. Shortcut from ATC. I think Turkish has taken off now as well, so he's well on his way now to where he's going to. The Lufthansa behind us, 201, still on our trail, looking very good. Yep, so Turkish is gone. He is heading to Istanbul. Oof, there we go. Breaking the cloud finally. And as always, Microsoft Flight Sim. It's a very, very pretty sim, this. I do love it. The visuals, the graphics, everything about it. By far the best sim on this platform. It's going to take a long, long time for anything to even get close to this in terms of visual clarity. So started flying some time ago, wanted to go online, but a little bit afraid of communications, so I think getting that sim, my VAO's better since you didn't fly most of the time in Europe. I mean, do what you're comfortable with, Zero. Fly what you're comfortable with, and yeah, don't force yourself into stuff you don't enjoy, and just practice. Even if you start off with text chats, practice, learn the basics, and then you'll get there. Back when I first started flying on VATSIM a long, long time ago, I spent a lot of time flying around in Africa, because back there you got a few controllers down in South Africa. Flight 737 in Comair colours, so aircraft I'm familiar with, and kind of just build up at a time, build up a bit of what's the word? Like kind of confidence, build up confidence, build up knowledge, and then start flying in busier places. Would you recommend a Razor Cortex? I'm not sure, AvGeek. I'm not sure. I mean, I've never used it. Never really used it. It's your choice, really. That's what I can say. We will fly from Amsterdam soonish, Gerald. Do plan to fly there soon. So my next long haul flight, hopefully in the 747. So do stick around for that. Weather radar, not yet, KC, because if I turn the weather radar on now, it's just going to be a big red blob. So we'll turn that on later on, it gets a bit more useful. Because yeah, that's just kind of, well, I can see that, it's just a big red blob outside. Sensors kind of get blocked out there, so it kind of fades away a bit. Shows green in the distance, but again that's just because it's now long distance radio waves that can get quite reflected back. So yeah, it's also illuminated, very highly detailed, but it's kind of stuff that we already know. I haven't done yet though, the seatbelt sign, that can come off now. How do you delete a direct 2 points? You can't, Nick. If you've selected direct 2 points, you can erase it initially, but if you've already inserted it, then you can't, it's gone. So I'm afraid, dude, if you've skipped all your waypoints, then you've got yourself a problem there. You can't remove them. Thank you, Question Controller. Glad you're a big fan. Thank you very much. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. What graphics system do I play on? All custom, Vincent. Custom graphics. Never use presets. Never use presets. Optimize your PC to give you 5 to 10 FPS boost. Well, fair enough, AvGeek. Like I say, it's not something I've used personally, and so ultimately, I'm not going to recommend something or review something I've not actually used. That'd be a bit unfair. I could say it's rubbish, I could say it's fantastic, but I don't actually know, so that's just the, that's just me being fair. Good route, Helsinki to San Francisco. I enjoyed that one, Colin, I did enjoy that one. It's a long flight, about 11 hours in length, so you're in for a long ride, but I did enjoy that one, so yes, I would recommend. Not too bad, Diego, not too bad. As for the visual approach, we'll have to wait to see what the weather's like in Innsbruck. It's a bit cloudy right now, so right now the answer is no. But once we get there, we'll get more of an idea of how it all looks. Might do some controlling on Stansted. In terms of me flying at Stansted, I'm just waiting for scenery to behave that one, basically. I fly through Stansted so much in real life that I'm not going to fly into an airport that, for me, looks nothing like the real life version. So, there's Sky Sims the scenery coming out, and there is also a freeware that I'm seeing slowly make its way into life as well. So, you never know, it may come sooner than you think. It may come much sooner than you think. You want to fly from Amsterdam to Boston, but you can't find time for it. Do it overnight, Hendrix. So take off before you go to bed, go to sleep, wake up, land. That's what I've done for a couple of my flights, and it does let you pass the time quite a bit. So give that a go. Nose brake max, speed not in managed mode, and you departed with no lateral mode in FMA. In fact, heading is selected completely reciprocal with the grid. Cool. I'm fairly sure I had the auto brake set to max. Speed not set to managed mode. Also flex temp. But hey ho. Welcome, Calamity Airlines. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are you today? How are you? Did that last night. Tokyo to Frankfurt 747. Just fell asleep after takeoff. The most recent I did that was the flight from Hawaii to Boston. I think it was the longest domestic US flights. Honolulu to Boston. Yeah, Innsbruck stunning approach, but very difficult to land that. And hopefully in this weather as well. It's not going to cause us too many problems. But I will say the cloud base has dropped a tiny bit. We are now out of the cloud, which isn't too bad. To be fair, Zwicki, the flight sim calculator, I use the numbers from the previous flight I did early in the week. The failed live stream attempt, so I just had the number set from before. For future flights, I may have a slight problem, so I'm having for alternative potentially for the weekend. Hoping that it comes back again. The website is known to drop a few times, so it's not the end of the world yet. Not the end of the world yet. Welcome, Miklas, how you doing? Welcome to Channel Chat. How are you today? How are you? No, because I do not use the TCS side stick. I use the Thrustmaster Hotas Warthog stick. Stick and throttle, very good bit of kit. One I'd highly recommend. It's not cheap. Does come at a price. But there's a reason why a lot of people call it the best home flight gear you can get. Last stream you went around it 3 times in Innsbruck. Like, gosh, 3 times. That is a bit of a challenge there, Diego. Hopefully we can get another first go. It all comes down to the weather, really. It all comes down to the weather. Yes, Virion, FlightControlReplay does use SimConnect. Yes, it does. Not sure. Mitchell's up. You have to speak to developers, not me. I don't find the I'm not the A320 developer, so I don't know about problems with it. Do you also have a problem where you turn on approach modes, you lose your waypoints after direction to 1? Not sure, Lucas. I'll have a look at it when we get towards the later bits of flights. The honest answer is I do not know. Yes, he's Jetson Pilot. How you doing, man? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. It's been a while, dude. It's been a while. How you doing? Hopefully, keep yourself well. Yeah, I thought we'd bring out the boys in orange today. Thought we'd fly the Europe's second favourite low-cost carrier. Actually, would that be Wizz Air these days? I'm not too sure, because Wizz Air in the recent years have really picked things up. Top 5. How you doing, dude? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. Colin, your exams this week, you've been studying very hard and doing a lot of long hauls at the moment. So that time you... yeah, again, that's another way of doing things, Colin. So, you take off, you fly for a long time, you do your revision, you finish your revision, you land, and there you go, you build a few hours up. Very good. Looking good? It does. Normal username. Oh yes, it does. Like I said, the whole sim is beautiful. And I'm fairly sure, because in the last stream we talked about... In a recent update, it looks different, it looks more realistic. And I'd say, yeah, the sim is definitely a bit brighter. It's a bit brighter, the contrast's gone up slightly. As a result, it looks just that bit better, so... I'm very pleased with this, very pleased indeed. Welcome to the... Yeah, the Warhawk. Yeah, it's very expensive, but they are worth it, Diego, absolutely. Absolutely. Today you fly from Rome to Athens, pretty good flight, easyJet livery, very good rough out. And it's high altitude cloud, definitely starting to have a bit of fun. Let's look at our approach, shall we? Let's have a look at the approach we've got planned out. Performance, well, the insets first of all. We need to... Alright, we need to plug in our approach information. So, if we're sticking 08 via Tools 3 Alpha, there is tail later on week 2, so they may change it later on. But 08 side, on Nav Zulu, Tools 3 Alpha. How does that look? If we go over to plan mode, zoom in and check. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to do circle land today. I'm afraid the weather is just not looking that good for us at the moment. Yeah, so we're going to come in from the west side today. Coming for a relatively straight in approach. Yeah, sorry guys, but it looks like the circle land will probably not be happening today. But the weather right now, currently, yeah, it's plus invisibility, but clouds at 1,500. The airport level is at, what does it really say? Fair enough. Flight level 130 is our final, so, there you go, 1,800. So the airport's at 1,800, the clouds are 1,500, so that pretty much answers that. It's going to be a very interesting approach path today. I'm going to be very careful on our descent. I must know what to use. Do I use terrain radar or do I use weather radar? I'm going to try and do a bit of a... There you go, we'll do a bit of both. So, go back to arc mode. We'll do one on terrain, we'll do one on weather or something like that. There you go. Terrain, weather, boom. But hey, that's latest problem, that's landing problem. In terms of our top of descent, we've got the detail marker there, so that's all good and visible. There's no top of descent arrow yet, so we'll have to do it manually. So current altitude will sync. We'll drop it down to let's refer to the charts, I think. No point trying to wing it. So log into ChartFox. Technically in this condition, real life landing won't be possible. Well, what can we say? That's what are the winds right now. Winds are, okay, 9 knots at 11, so yeah. Oh well. Right, so we need to be at 13,000 at Madeb, Brano 3 Bravo. There's the airport Innsbruck. 14,000, 12,000. There goes Munich on 134150. We'll get them to tell us. 134150. Tune to Munich. Let's say hello. Hello there, Munich Centre. This is Easy 5745 flight level 300 inbound to PACX.
Easy 5745 München radar contact. Hello.
Perfect. So we're on Munich radar now. Yeah, forgot the chrono today, Dan. It's the one thing I always forget. I'll never remember chrono. Oh, the aircraft does maintain 30,000 though, Retro. I just forgot to set my altimeter earlier, so if I set it back to the altimeter 1007, perfect. But because I forgot to do it, the aircraft's slightly above, so I'll just, we'll just do that. That'll maintain it afterwards. Never buy a PC, sorry, buy parts. Buy parts and upgrade. Much cheaper than going to buy PCs separately.
Sky from Charlie Kilo, contact München 123.905.
Don't know about Autoland Arts. Autoland I believe is on the experimental version. Well, actually no, the answer is no entirely, because we're coming in for a nav approach. Coming in on the... Yes, coming on the RNAVs, not the ILS. Runway 08 at Innsbruck is not capable of ILS, so the answer is no, we can use ILS even if we wanted to. It's hands-on landing today, all hands-on. Yes, well, no, Donna, it's not a real traffic controller, it's a flight sim controller on IVAO, Donna. It's an IVAO controller. Munich Centre at the moment. have a quick look. So, go to your airport information.
From the 477, request to leave the cockpit for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Ja, komm, wir sind weg.
Jo, mach ich. Wasser.
So, we need to be down to an altitude of... That's the visual approach for 08, don't really need that. Oh, hang on, the aircraft, go back, go back, go back. Okay, well I've messed that up now, haven't I? Oh well, I won't be here for too long. It's a real person, Donna. It's a real person, this. Yeah, so 13,000 at Elmen. Look out from there. Right, let's get rid of that. Bring that back. Yeah, it's times like this where Navigraph probably does make a lot more sense. Oh gosh. Yeah, really should look at Navigraph on Charter Fox. Yeah, 53 miles of the approach, that's fine. Currently at 166 to go. So we've got about 100 miles now to descent. 100 miles or so to go. That ETA 32 minutes, so it could be a little bit late today. I must say, the weather in Europe at the moment has been very unpredictable as of late. A couple of days ago, this was a clear sky, with absolutely no weather to report whatsoever. Now, high altitude clouds, fair few storms. Even in the UK, last couple of days have been very, very cold. All of a sudden today, actually warmed up quite a bit. So it's been very interesting the weather recently. I mean, even in the UK, we're halfway through May at the moment. It hasn't really warmed up that much. It's still quite cold, still quite rainy. It's crazy at the moment. There you go. So if you're in the latest A320, so pop element into the distance bearing field calculator to help. Oops. No, go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Performance. There we go. Whereabouts? I mean, this is the version I downloaded this earlier today, unless I've done something wrong. I'm not, oh, hang on. Should be a Munich radar. There you go. Easy 5475, hello there.
5745, radar contact again, descent flight level 200.
Descent flight level 200 for Easy 5745. Set altitude flight level 200. So, start our descent now. Thank you, co-pilots. On the NCD program page, NCD program. Okay. I'm liking this. So, we'll plug in L.
And the 515 München radar contact, hello.
That's... Oh, I like that. Okay.
Lufthansa 1 November, descent
so
flight level 200.
200 miles to go.
Level 200.
There we go. 450 miles high. I like that. I like that. That's the thing, with the A320neo, the amount of detail they put into this aircraft now, even I'm, well, very slowly losing track of it all now, but I like that. Do you think we'll be abroad this year? Probably not, Connor. Probably not.
Switching Unicom, Fever 071.
Would I do the 18 flights in 20? I'd love to see one, Diego. I believe, who is it? Who does the MD-80 to Mad Dog for P3D? Because I believe they're doing it for Microsoft Flight Sim as well. They've not really said much about it. Is that as crow flies, is it? Not as track miles. Fair enough. To be fair, that does make sense. If you're tracking a single waypoint, then it'll show you between, well, your position and that particular waypoint. So, yeah, that does make sense. Right, so talking about approach info, we'll get a new weather update 2 seconds while we're here. So, Atsu, weather request, menu, weather request, send. We'll get an update to the weather reports for the approach. We'll make sure that's the performance page is set up for the arrival as well, so that gets all calculated. Wait for message to receive. There we go. Receive, open, and print. So right now we're looking at, so road winds at 2 knots. So the winds have died down a bit now. Winds have massively down from, well, 260 at 3 knots, so it's not really changed too much, but hey. Plus visibility, still looking at 1,500 clouds, scattered 3,000, broken 4,500, 10 grade 2.8, 1011 QNH, set that. Pull you, go to performance, head to the approach phase, QNH 1011. Temperature 10 centigrade, 2.8. Magnitude of wind, so if we take that from before, so 260 at 2. Seatbelt sign on.
Roger. Reporting back.
Did it do it? No, fair enough. That comes on. Right, so transition, we'll set that to 11,000. And our decision height, 7,000 today. Whoops, go back.
Radar low, Eurowings 8996 at Leipzig, requesting starter en route clearance to Berlin.
Right, so continue on descent now.
8996, contact Leipzig
We're
on
at 20,000. Senior group, wait, not today, Avgeek, not today. Early descent, we'll find what Tau's given us at the moment, so at the end of the day, if Tau needs us to descend, we'll follow dead descent. We've got 20 minutes, 6 minutes to expected arrival. As the crow flies, the airport's about 70 odd miles from us, on the route 220 miles, so it's not super far away. No bus tail going runway 08 side today. Runway 08. Tower may change that, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see Avgeek, we'll see. At the end of the day, most giveaways we team up with a developer for that one. Moshe, there's a Microsoft Flight comes with a few like flight school, what do you call it? Flight school tutorial kind of missions. So yeah, you do get a few, Moshe. It's not going to leave you into the deep end. They're not going to give you something you don't fully understand. At the end of the day, they will give you the basics. And even if they don't, you've got built-in checklists, which is pretty good. And starts off like the Cessna, it's pretty quite easy to set up and get going as well. So you do have options for the basics. Don't you worry, dude. Do you have any problems with the autopilots? The stable version always won't work. Not sure. To be fair, using stable version, I'm using Dev right now. Most people recommend you use the Dev version. Camera Mini. Transition actually 13,000. You'll be correct. 13,000 at Elman. Right, I'll keep that in mind, easyJet sim pilots. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Bit of cloud now, bit of cloud turbulence. Welcome Phase Z, how are you doing? Welcome to Chat's Chat. How are you today? How are you doing? Yeah, definitely a bit cloudy, definitely a bit bumpy. But hey, what can we say? It's the landing at Innsbruck that matters right now. Hopefully, there's some problems for us. Yes, Diego, I have got the ORBX scenery for Innsbruck. That was one of the first sceneries I bought for Microsoft Flight Sim when it first came out. In fact, it actually was like one of the first POS seniors anyway they get when it first released.
EZ5745, descent level 130.
Descent level 130 for easy5745, thank you very much. Set altitude, flight level 130. There we go. So we can see our descent now to 13,000. You said that a few times, Avgeek. No need to copy and paste.
127.050, goodbye.
That for us? No, it wasn't.
Lufthansa 1 November, contact Bremen 125.025, tschüss.
125,
Not sure, Trumpy. Speak to developers, not me. Welcome, Jimmy from... I'm not quite sure what you're saying there, but welcome, how you doing? Welcome to chats. The air traffic controller, no, he doesn't get paid, Patrick. It's all volunteer, so both IVAO and VATSIM are volunteer networks. Pilots and controllers, they all do it for their enjoyment. Nobody gets paid for them. The only one that you pay for is Pilot Edge, and on that occasion, the controllers are paid for, as I believe a lot of them are current or former air traffic controllers, and they have to get the high level of realism with that as well. But no, in this case, in IVAO, there's no payments. Anti-Tor Dion. Arts Martin. Got the co-pilot tenant on, way back into the flights. He means Australia, but then he sends the Italian flag. So we'll be staying with centre for the entire approach today. This should make Microsoft Flight Sim mobile. Not going to happen, Alexander. Microsoft Flight Sim will not be on mobile. It's almost impossible to get this level of detail onto a phone. Unless you want to be holding a burning brick in your hand, do not recommend. Turn on the terrain radar as well. I can imagine the weather radar is going to be quite blind for the majority of the approach. Oh, thank goodness for that. Of course, the airport and the whole valley around it will be the only bits pink in the entire map there. It's going to make the approach very, very fun today. Okay, we'll leave terrain radar on then.
EZ5745, Unicom 28, goodbye.
Unicom 12 destinate for EZ5745. Thank you very much, take care, and goodbye. And of course, he throws us to Unicom for the latter bits. Okay, that's fine. I was hoping for the ATC guidance, but sadly, that's not to be. Right, we'll set everything up for the approach then. So 08 star is the tool C3 Alpha. Coming on to the VOR approach. We'll give it a go. Worst case scenario, we can go around, come and try the other side. Can't do that. Remember, Munich is our alternative, so we can go to Munich if the situation requires it. So coming from the east for this side, transition level will be set. Well, set the transition now. Then while we're here, 1011. That way, we'll be certain we're at 13,000 once we hit the LMM waypoints. Yes, Trumpy, we are on live weather right now. There's our beautiful anti-ice, not doing its job. I've not used Autoland Forbes because this Autoland's on the experimental version of X. I'm on the dev version right now, so I'm on the wrong version for Autoland. Therefore, I'm afraid it's not an option for me yet. At some point, I probably will switch to the experimental version, just because the features on that, detail on that, is definitely of a higher level. So, yeah, something I do need to consider moving over to now. So, holding a thing, I mean, oof, have a look at that. There are moments where the clouds break. It's beautiful. It's not enough. Should be in dev version 2, is it? Okay, so if I do dual channel, see, I can't do dual channel. We'll give it a go. Well, I can't because I'm on the VOR approach, which is not 08's not ILS capable. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I couldn't even do it if I wanted to. Oh well, such is life. Then again, we did land that 787 at Heathrow in blind weather. So, well, what's the worst that can happen again? What is the worst that can happen? If we can land 787 at Heathrow with no weather, we can definitely deal with a simple 320, I think. Yes, Trump, you've asked that question about 3 times now. The answer's the same. Yes, it's live weather. Welcome, Klopp. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are you today? On your dev version, you can enable both files, can you? Because I updated this earlier today on dev version, so I'm fairly sure I uploaded this earlier. Fairly certain I did. Let's have a look. Well, saying that there's an update available. I don't know how recently that update came out. 5th of the 5th. Well, a little while ago. I don't know. I'm fairly sure it's dev version. I'm certain I updated it before I streamed. Maybe it missed something out. So every 5 hours. Fair enough. The truth is, they have been working very hard on the aircraft recently. I can't fault the Flyby team. Very, very good work on this as of late. How close to the runway are we? Well, technically, we're only about 25 miles from the runway. But since we're coming in down the valley, it's a bit more than that. 25 miles from the airport, but 70 miles in terms of the approach today. Don't have the Beluga Mitchos up, and the one at release, I do not recommend. It's a very, it's a hooky, controversial add-on that stole A320neo cockpits. Anything from that, what are they called? Airbus Studios, yeah, no-go for me. Same as Bread of 3D, no-go. Developers and add-ons I will not be touching anytime soon. Yes, big update coming on the 22nd of May. That's the next feature episode from the Flyby team. Again, some very good updates, some very good stuff coming on the way for that, so I'm very excited where it comes for the future. What does it mean when your MCD and flight control flaps do not disagree? Do not disagree. In that case, you're fine. If they disagree, Swiki, means that your flaps and your controls are, well, mismatched and therefore problematic. But if they agree, then you're fine. Yeah, but still, can't do it to Innsbruck. Hey ho, what can you say? Apart from divert to Munich, there's our option. We've actually got a flight plan set for Munich as well, if we need it. Have a look. Very sure, yeah. Somewhere I've got a backup flight plan, so we can just plug that in and go to Munich if we need to. There's also a controller out there as well, but so that's a problem for later. For now, still focusing on Innsbruck. That's interesting. Are we still flying towards Elmham? The answer is no. So, I don't know if that's... So that's the thing with Microsoft Flight Sim, I can imagine, where what the aircraft's doing is actually... Yeah, let's break away from our flight plan slightly and do that instead. Because what's happened there, I've just caught that out now, is the aircraft's not following the route as it's drawn, but instead it's going direct to a waypoint. And since it sees Whiskey India 750 earlier than Elmham, it believes I've now skipped that waypoint and going direct to there instead. So I'm glad I spotted that now, because that could have caused problems for us later on. Yeah, that's fine. So it means I'm going to have to do a manual vector up towards the Elmham point, and then we can take back into autopilot later on. But that does add an extra bit of work for me to do. Oh yeah, so you're on the dev version then, but you can't arm all departments in a several approach own. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll probably switch over to the A320neo experiments version after the stream, just because it has got more for you to play with. Video editor, I use VSDC when I do video editing. I use OBS streaming directly onto YouTube, or VSDC for any videos that require some editing out of it. So Train Sim World videos, a new series I hope starts next week or the week after. I have to wait and see how that goes basically. Quite a bit of planning, but the execution is quite simple, so hopefully that's not too problematic for us. Star, instrument arrival star charts. So yeah, 13,000 to Elmen. And then send into Innsbruck from there. 7,000 feet as we hit the centre of Innsbruck. Cool, that's fine. Alright, so I'm now familiarised with the approach plan. Work it all out. So yes, experimental was merged into the dev version. Okay, so maybe I'm missing another version then, Mark. I think maybe there's like a beta testing version that I don't have access to, at least if I do, I haven't got. I'll check it out afterwards, Mark, I will check it out. But if they've stopped updating experimental, then what do you have installed? I'll check. Do a bit of like one-to-one comparing there. Zoom in. Also, does anybody get us the flicker on the map there of the aeroplane? That's another thing I've seen to just have recently. No descent yet, J-Nick. We're going to get to Elmen first, then descend. Descend initially down to 7,000, and then from there down to 1,800. Of course, that's going to give me whatever those glitch for attitudes are. You're trying your best, A320neo. You're trying your best. I'm not going to fault you for it. Best meal I've ever had in a flight. Well, I've only ever had 2 flight meals. Well, 3. On Olympic Airlines, I've had a nuts biscuit and a packet of cheese biscuits. On Alitalia, I've had a packet of no, it wasn't pretzels, it was some cheese and onion flavoured something, quite nice. On British Airways, I had a packet of crisps, cheese and onion, pretzels, and a bottle of water. So I'll perhaps say British Airways. But no, I've never really been on a long haul flight, so I've never actually had a proper meal. Should have done 2 flights last year long haul, but sadly both those were cancelled. No more, I've never been to Innsbruck. I'd love to go one day, but it's not an airport or destination I've been to yet. Welcome, Don Kebab, welcome back. Welcome Danny, how you doing? Watch out to chats. You'll be config 2 by LMM, ready for the nav FPA, thank you very much. So we'll make a... no, not yet. We'll fly past the waypoint or the path slightly. British Airways, they've changed provider now. They're not with Mark & Spencer anymore. I think they're with Greg's now doing food, so can't fault that. Greg's pretty good. Let's make a left. I can't quite do it. Set heading 100.
On it.
Okay, I'll do it myself. So we'll get ourselves onto an intercept, we'll stick back onto the LNAV. There we go. Speed's reducing, so we'll lose the speed, we'll set the flaps up. and then we'll start the approach into Innsbruck. We'll be fine, Ting Tong. You'll know me from previous flights. My landings, especially in poor weather, do seem to surprise everyone. Especially, what was it? The one in Bhutan we did just a little while ago, where we clipped the wing. Paro, that's it. Paro, that was a very interesting one. Virgin, let's give you a passenger, was very good, very nice. Right. Flaps position 1.
Flaps to 1.
Set altitude 7,000.
No problem.
So continue our descent now. Flaps position 2.
Flaps 2.
Set speed 180. Yes, I'm going to do it because I've not done it properly. It's very precise voice attack, but it does work very well. Thank you. His name is what's Cabot's name? What's it? I think it's Mark. His name is Mark. I'll have to double check on the HCS Voice Packs website. What did you think of the marketplace Max and Microsoft Flight Sim? Horrible, Muez. Do not buy it. Do not support the developer. Radar 3D are probably as close to a scam artist as you can get in Flight Sim right now. They've released that. They've released like it was an F15 they released as well, which was very poor. And they've also released scenery, also very poorly reviewed. So yes, Bradock, a developer, I would recommend you stay away from. Alright, last drink. Landing lights on.
Landing lights on.
Yeah, you'll be much happier PMDG, Moaz. You'll be much happier PMDG. And then, of course, there's that Megapack 77 as well. A bit quiet at the moment, but hopefully still very much in the works. Got the updates, the IVAO Unicom. Just let people know that we are continuing our approach into 08.
2,500.
Gonna hold our descent slightly. Just get past that peak there, and then continue down to 7,000. Anti-ice set, AvGeek, just doesn't work. Simple as.
2,500.
Go. So we've cleared the terrain down below. Continue our descents. Got kind of some visibility of the ground coming to view now, so we're making some progress. I mean, even if you've got this kind of view of the ground into the approach, we are below the main thick cloud layer. things are improving for us quite nicely. So continue down to 5,000. I'll drop down to 3. Get the aircraft back to managed speed there, slow things down. Bit of speed brakes, slow the aircraft down a bit. Flaps position 3.
Flaps 3.
Just because I'm a little bit, I'm a bit higher right now. 19 miles. Yeah, we'll be fine. Speed rate tracks. Watch the VDEV brake appearing set 36 FP8. And it'll sense just like the glide slope. Ah, very good. I'll keep an eye on that. Thank you very much. Live weather, Maz. Currently flying on live weather. So far so good, Nutty. Had work earlier. Now in flight sim. Coming for this bit of a challenging approach. But hey, should be fun. Should be very fun indeed. I've got the terrain radar on just in case. That's not a problem. Half time, 1-0 down to Arsenal, which is a bit of a problem, but oh well. I'll focus on the cups at the moment, I'd say right now. Bit of rain outside. This is gonna be fun. Right.
2,500.
Yes, I am. You're supposed to flare during the approach. That's what you're meant to do. Last I checked. I'll go for a bit of a higher speed, perhaps. Just to 150 a bit. Coming a bit slow, a bit far, a bit slow. But hey, we're getting there. That will hold at 4,000. Yes, like what I had is built in pushback mod. That's over here on the ground page. But I quite like PushbackZoomer, as you can do it with your voice, which is a pretty nice little feature. Right. Drop that back. Gear down. Cabin sign check. Brake sets to medium. Spoilers armed. Sorry, Innsbruck's there. So about 10 miles away from Innsbruck now. With no view landing. We'll do the replays of that later, Transport Gaming. But for now, we're doing it from the cockpits. Perhaps 4. Level 3,000. So yeah, imagine I do the visual on this. Not going to happen, I'm afraid, today. Absolutely not going to happen today.
100 above.
So what I'm waiting for now. Thanks for the heads up as well, guys. You guys are all very good with the points there. So set at 3.6 for the approach in.
Minimum.
Hang on, not yet, not yet. Not yet. Right, so what I'm waiting for, I'm landing on the road here. Essentially, as soon as the V-lever lines up the aircraft, stop ascending.
400.
There we go. Cutting it fine, but hey ho, we're easyJet.
400.
Let's do that.
300.
Don't get political, man mouth. Don't get political. It's like #1 rule of YouTube.
Above.
Right. No more mistakes. They should be the relatively easy bits.
Minimum.
Not too high,
500.
superb slough. Off-centered there.
400.
Wind's calm.
300. 200. 100. 50. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Reverse is set. $80 knots. 60 knots reverse is cut. Release the brakes. And gently leave it around side there.
The local time is 8:07 p.m. and it's currently about 10 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices.
What can you say? Terrible approach. Let's save it there in the landing. Exit to the right. Landing lights off. Start APU. No frame rate I'm now. Getting about, well, 24, 25 at the moment. Yeah, of course there'll be a van on the taxiway there. We'll quickly reports that we are clear of the runway now. So runway vacated. Transponder comes off. There comes an aircraft in short final now. I'll put that in a second. We first will put into stand. There's any ground vehicles, none I see, so stand just left it. See, easyJet sim pilots has slowly disappeared. Based on that approach, don't blame the guy. Right, flying brake sets. Spoilers over the spoilers, never the flaps. APU is available, APU bleed sets. Engines off. Seatbelt sign off. Taxi lights, logbook, go away logbook. 1 hour and 10 minutes. Taxi lights off. And kill the anti-ice. And kill the steering beacons. Right. Turn off light source, come off. Right, there are they, are they? They are there. So, we'll say goodbye to passengers, and while we do that, we're going to move our camera into the runway over there. And this is aircraft also, makes a final approach. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Innsbruck. The local time right now is approximately 10:15, with local temperature outside 10 degrees centigrade. A little bit rainy, but we'll get into terminal very quickly to keep you nice and dry. Thank you for flying easyJet. We wish you a safe onward journey and hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. So now we say to the passengers. Let's see how the so this was a 320 Lufthansa coming in now. Nice and stable. Nice and stable. And there we go. Welcome to Innsbruck. Very nice indeed. Right. So our passengers disembark at this point. 4 minutes behind schedule, not too bad. Have a look at the PACX side of things. Yeah, they're already boarding, that's not a problem. We'll end the flight now, have a look at the reports. U25745, A320neo from Berlin to Innsbruck. 1 hour 10 o'clock, 18:59 departure, 12:58. Plan arrival 04, arrived at 09. 147 passengers, 93 satisfaction for 14 landing rate, box on 121. So extreme flying conditions, okay, I'll give it that, with a soft landing at the end. What can I say? Flight was a little extreme. I think the passengers knew exactly what was going on in front there. Apart from that, horrible approach. The rest of it went alright. Maintain now, any sane pilots would have gone around probably like 10 points on that approach. Right, that's our flight report there. How's the aircraft doing for taxi? If he's in the gate, we'll watch out the gate. If he's a bit further off, yeah, he's on the whole position, that's fine. Right, so just get some IVAO now. Thank you very much for the flights. Make sure that Volanta's finished tracking, which it has. We'll stop recording the replay now. We'll load it up, and then we'll have a good landing from the passenger point of view. Jetways, use default jetways, AvGeek. Default jetways in the flight sim. Right, so we do that just to refresh all the flight controls. There we go. Right, let's have a look, shall we? So I'll quickly kill the GPWS. Bring it back a bit. There you go. Approach from the left-hand side. I mean, passing on this side, we've never seen a mountain come into view on the right there. Left-hand passengers would have enjoyed that. It's the right-hand passengers who suffered, I'd say, on this approach. Copilot mod assassin. That's 2 mods. It's VoiceAttack compared attached with HCS sound packs. VoiceAttack and HCS. There you go. So this one is a little bit of rocking there. It's kind of adjusting the sense line for the runway as well as a bit of crabbing for the approach. Then again, no winds reported. It wasn't particularly too bad, the winds. Smooth enough landing. Just had to get it nice and centred. Entering the airport, over the runway, and then touchdown. Flaps, you alright? Flaps were down, just not in the replay apparently. There were flaps, just not in the replay. If I do that back a tiny bit more, there you go, now we have flaps. Don't know. Some weird way of doing replays, I guess. Yeah, those on the right have changed around the wear. Those on the left, they got a pretty nice approach. They got a nice low view of the ground on the left there. There we go. Low and slow. And touchdown. Ah, Brad, how you doing, man? Welcome to the channel on the chat. It's been a little while, dude. It's been a little while. How you doing? Hopefully you're keeping yourself well at the moment. Let's have a corner out inside now. So, we'll go back a bit further to when we were... There we go. It's about here where things were a little bit extreme, to say the least. What did these guys have to look at? Okay, yes. Just a bit low. Just a bit low, I'd say. Busy with work. I've not been too bad, man. I've not been too bad. Life goes on, I guess, but... What, close view of the trees, guys? Because those on the right got a close view of the trees. My word. If we bring it up towards the short final... Hang on, fresh, there we go. Yeah, we'll just ignore that bit, Nutty. We will just ignore that bit. Again, no need to copy and paste. We ain't Swiss Kendall, we're Austria. Right, there you go. Entering the outskirts of Innsbruck, nice and slow approach. Yeah, don't worry, Brad, I say. At the end of the day, life is always number one. If you've got work, if you've got exams, got everything like that, focus on the life. This is just entertainment, this comes later. I'm glad you're doing well, dude. I'm glad you're doing well. There you go, short funneling. And touchdown. So speaking of the approach, I want to see how... So if you're a random hiker for some reason out in this weather, I think this is where we kind of got closest to the ground. Turn off follow mode. Oh, we're miles away from that. Come on, guys, we're miles away from the mountain. Just miles away. About 0.01 of a mile away. This is IVAO, Lucas. This is IVAO. Ah, thank you, Brad. There's the pog. There's the pog. My word, what an approach! What an approach! A lot of terrain alarms going off the same place too. There you go. I'm not the only one suffering. Busted exactly the same thing. We get a bit closer. There we go. So short funneling. A little bit off centre of the runway there, but again, small adjustments to keep it centre. Yes, Flight Simulator, this is live weather. This is live weather. I hope the A320 team make a terrain rate pull up corner. I think they have one, Rithik. We didn't quite hit... Because we were coming into the side of the mountain, we weren't quite in the terrain zone, but I'm fairly sure there is the warning in the A320X. There you go, short fun. And this bit's alright. It's just the final turn that's caught us all out. We bring it back a bit, so turn off fly mode, increase speed again, bring it back on short final. We'll into the camera about here-ish. Let's watch the aircraft as it travels down the runway there. It's not a very flat runway, but it does the job for us. See, the replay doesn't quite show the flare there, fair enough. But hey, what can you say? Apart from the horrible approach, the rest of that I think went rather well. So yeah, that was the A320neo from Berlin to Innsbruck. That was the A320X, that was the easyJet colours, we all know what's going on. Thank you, well, let's say, that's all that today. So tomorrow, looks like we've got a new release of Train Sim World, so tomorrow will be a Train Sim World stream. The weekend as well, we're going to try to do a few flights for the weekend. Next long haul flights within 2 weeks, so long haul 2 weeks, stick around for that. Otherwise, that brings us to the end of that. One for the bumps on the run. Oh yes, the bumps. That was a mod conflict, Diego. Both the ORBX and the default sceneries kind of merged in one to cause a few problems. So, yeah. So that brings us to the end of that. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching the stream today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you do, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all again in the very near future. Yes, Buster, your landing was spectacular today. Glad to have you with us. Can't wait to go to England after Super Panic. Yes, I mean I can't wait to go to England either. Chris, I can't wait to travel more of England as well. For now, just sticking around London at the moment. Alright. Have a good one. Also, yes, thank you easyJet and Pilot for tuning in as well. Thank you for the tips as well. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you all in the very near future. Take care, and good night.